had a chance to see something special by the CEO of the company, right? And all I'll say is WeFi is the most transformative financial tool of our lifetime. That's it. It's leveraging decentralized technology on billions of mobile devices to build the world's most accessible bank. And I'm going to say this: WeFi isn't an early stage banking. It's an early stage financial infrastructure, right? Banks are built on monetizing transaction. WeFi built on monetizing the network. We're deploying across billions of mobile devices, right? Where we're going to access, we're going to access the financial network through the mobile devices. And I suppose that's the difference between $1 billion company and $1 trillion category creator, which is what you're about to see. That's very, very simple. The gentleman on this call tonight, folks, is a legend in the industry, right? He's the gentleman who asked me in June this year to come have a look at his company. His background is absolutely impeccable. Over $1 billion in sales, $1 billion in sales in a product-based company. That's legendary, without a doubt. Over 750 people joined his organization when he was on that quest and created literally hundreds of millions of heirs and earned tens of millions of dollars in that company, right? So what I would say, ladies and gentlemen, take a pen and take notes tonight, right? And that's a fact. We're about to see something special. We seen something very, very special last weekend. We know we're on the cusp of something absolutely greatness, of what's about to happen over the next 120, days. Probably we're going to see some very, very special things roll out within this company, within this organization. The tool and the object we seen last weekend was the most intuitive tool in banking that I've ever seen. A 10-year-old kid could use it, and a 90-year-old grandmother could use it. It's very, very simple, and we know the masses are going to be on this platform. So without further ado, I would like to introduce the one and only, the legend, right? Dr. John Sakatouris. Ladies and gentlemen, take notes. When this gentleman talks, right, people have paid thousands of dollars just to hear him speak. You have him on the call here tonight for free. So grab a pen and paper and take some notes. With that, Dr. John, we'll turn the meeting over to you, sir.
Good evening to everyone. Sometimes maybe it's good morning somewhere around the world. I'd like to congratulate each and every one of you for joining this call tonight. This is not a regular call. It's a very special, very, very special. It's the last call of 2025, major call. And take a pen and paper. In the last 40 years in business, I have seen, and I'm sure you have seen specific companies that just out of the blue just became a multi-billion-dollar companies, and you had no idea what happened. So please pay attention. I'd like to thank personally Mr. Frankie Lawler, the visionary and amazing business mindset individual who not only understands business, he also understands and cares about people. His experience is being validated and demonstrated in just the last 5.5 months. His ability to build an international team is second to none. The leadership team that is along with this amazing, absolute crazy growth so fast, over 30,000 people in just 5.5 months, they cannot be wrong. From Mr. Alex Ruiz, Mr. Quentin, the amazing story of Miss Anne-Marie, to Anui, Darren, Andrian, Bruce, Miss Uraima, and so many other people that, it's too many names to remember, Peter, and so forth. They have the understanding. Ladies and gentlemen, knowledge is one thing. Everybody can be knowledgeable. But to have an understanding, it's a completely different thing. So the last 5.5 months, this group of only 30,000 people have made big waves in different markets, and one of them is Europe. We were able to bring with us exclusively the CEO of Wi-Fi Diobank, Mr. Maxime, and the Chief Operating Officer, Ms. Alice, to a very special VIP top leadership event over 30 plus people who had the opportunity to actually see the engine under the hood. They were able to see what most people cannot see right now. Mr. Maxine not only explained to everyone how the traditional banking operates between banking, remittance, crypto exchange, he also explained and showed to everybody the mechanics, the cost between how all these three industries operate. And he was able to show everybody there how the Wi-Fi Diobank will actually be operating. We cannot tell you exactly how. Everybody has signed a non-disclosure agreement, full confidentiality. Please, you have to either trust and be patient or be impatient, but you must have trust that what is coming is very big. He also told everyone in that VIP event what is about to happen in the European market. We cannot tell you. We know what's going to happen, but we're not going to tell you. We cannot. We signed up a non-disclosure agreement. But what I can personally tell you, and everybody can validate, that Wi-Fi Diobank, ladies and gentlemen, don't try to make it complicated in your mind. I always like to, I love to teach. I like to share. I mean, I really love to guide people since very young age. I don't know how, it's part of my nature. And I always try to make it as simple as possible. Wi-Fi Diobank did not create the banking industry. Banks operate the way they do in every country the exact same way. Deposits, withdraw, bank transfer, debit card, credit card, line of credit, loans, and savings account. Period. End of story. That's traditional banking and is not going to change. Remittance, Western Union and MoneyGram, the two largest organizations or companies who actually help people send money to someone instantly from country to country at a very high rate, by the way, but the money gets there right now. Banking transfer, it will take 3 to 4 days. And then the crypto exchange, as a matter of fact, I'm in Bogota, Colombia. Man, I'm telling you, I had such a good time today and yesterday because it's really amazing. Binance and Coinbase specifically, the largest ones, and others, Bybit and so forth, crypto.com. I was asking people, do you have money in those platforms? Oh, yes. Have you ever asked the platform if they're legally registered? Do you know the owners? Do you have a phone number? Have you been to their office, by the way? No, the answer was no. So hold on a second. 700 million people every single day buy and sell crypto, mainly from the largest platforms. And they don't know the owners. They don't know where the office is. They don't even ask questions about if they have insurance or not. And they just trust the companies to send the money. You know how this is called? Social acceptance. Ladies and gentlemen, you are right now, and you can write it down, you are in front of the most historic change, innovation, improvement, and advancement of the entire global financial and banking integration everybody has ever seen. I'm going to repeat this. You are watching, you are part of the number one, the most important, the most innovative transformation of the global financial and banking industry around the world. You are invited. You know you are participating, and some of them understand, some they don't, but it doesn't matter. But you are in Wi-Fi in the most important timing of the history of the entire planet regarding financial and banking. And I'm not telling you this to make everybody motivated. This is not an inspirational speech. I'm telling you the facts. I cannot give you details, but there are some facts that I think you should write down. We cannot dispute the fact that Wi-Fi is legally registered in Canada, Czech Republic, United Emirates Arabs, Hong Kong, and St. Vincent. It's undisputable. We cannot dispute that been featured in the Forbes magazine, the NASDAQ magazine, and last week in Abu Dhabi, in the Emirates, in the Solana blockchain major event, thousands of people have heard Mr. Reeve Collins talking about Wi-Fi Deobank. So if somebody has any doubt whatsoever, please go and watch these interviews on stage in front of thousands of people. Not only that, we've been featured in the Golf Business Magazine, the most prestigious magazine in the entire Middle East Arabic countries, where Mr. Maxim's photo is right on the cover, 4 pages article specifically mentioning, pay attention, the upcoming on-chain Deobank. Now, we live in Dubai. Mr. Maxim lives in Dubai. The headquarters is in Dubai. Logic and common sense, ladies and gentlemen. We have announced in front of 1,000 people in Dubai, along with some sheikhs that were present, that Wi-Fi Deobank is launching on-chain banking. And it will happen. And I will share one more small tip. That's all I'm going to share. European market. Ladies and gentlemen, understand that the co-founders and owner of Wi-Fi Deobank, they are experts in crypto, banking, and fintech. And we have very strong legal teams around the world. And there is only one continent, one region, only one around the world that is made out of multiple countries. It's called Europe. And Europe happens to be one of the most difficult, most strongest, highly regulated continent in subject of banking and especially crypto. So we have selected the most difficult, challenging market to launch something that will be announced the first quarter of next year, that it will revolutionize the entire planet. And this is not anything to motivate anybody. This is not a financial advice. I'm not trying to get everybody, what? Need to sign me up. No. This is not a Zoom today for only for emotion, but apply some knowledge, some logic. Ladies and gentlemen, I can assure you 1,000,000,000% what is going to be announced the first quarter of next year, you will be the number one network community leaders to be very blessed to be today with us. I can tell you that with all certainty. So my suggestion for everybody is don't just try to get educated. Please understand that integration, that very unique combination of banking, remittance, crypto in one platform in such a way that the grandma can understand. And you should be asking, why should the people decide to be with Wi-Fi banking later on? Very simple, better fees, better service, secure, transparent, insured, and you're the only one in total control. Once we announce what we're about to announce for European market, is going to be amazing. So for tonight, before we start with some, we're going to bring some of the key speakers, top qualified leaders that were actually sharing their expertise, knowledge, and they've trained more than 500 people in Germany, people who've flown from Italy by bus, by train, by car. They came to Germany from Dallas, from Houston, from Canada, from New York, from California, from different countries of Europe and around the world. They invested in themselves time, money, and effort to be there live in person, because as a leader, we also have responsibilities to show others in everybody's community that we are engaged and highly connected with the company. So after their testimony, I'm going to share with you some suggestions, some information before the end of this year, and how you can stronger, faster, and better build communities around the world. With that said, I would like to bring Mr. Alex Ruiz, and I'd like to thank you once again, sir, for coming to Germany. We actually we spent an amazing time, and we've learned a lot. So, Mr. Alex, if you can come on board on the Zoom and share your story, or be the master of ceremony and invite our key speakers for a few minutes, each one of them, to share what they've, not exactly what you saw. We cannot give details, but overall, and what you took away from that event going back home. With that said, back to you, sir.
John, I really appreciate it. Amazing information. I'm looking really forward to Q1. And so I want to bring up our first speaker. This gentleman is in Ecuador. He also is an entrepreneur. He was a professional basketball player. He coaches kids, which I can tell you is extremely difficult. It's like coaching network marketers. Not easy. True though, right?
Yeah.
And so he gives back to his community. He's a huge leader in our industry. So I want to bring him up for him to explain to you what he saw, what he experienced. Mr. Darren, take it away.
Thank you, Alex. Thank you, Dr. John. Greetings and salutations, everyone. It's great to be with you all. I'm actually in the car driving home from a surprise family visit here in Michigan, from a family dinner, but this call was important, so I'm in the back seat. And I think Dr. John said we have 2 minutes, so I started the clock. My succinct report on what happened this past weekend in Germany was highly impactful for me. I was one of the fortunate ones to enter into a private meeting with our CEO, Mr. Maxim, and signed a non-disclosure. And what he shared in that meeting, I was already high. My confidence was high in Wi-Fi, but it went many notches higher after he showed us the charts and the plans of what is happening. And all I want to say is this. Being a big picture thinker and a macroeconomic thinker, we are really at the beginning of the greatest wealth transfer in known human history, which is basically the move from fiat over in crypto. That between those two worlds is kind of a clunky situation now when you have to get crypto exchanges and non-custodial wallets and Visa debit cards all over the planet, try to piecemeal it all together. WeFi Bank, its time has come to make that whole process easy, simple for Mr. and Mrs. Newbie to make the transition from the world of fiat to the world of crypto, or vice versa, in the time of transition like never before, in a decentralized format. And the other big D word that is a tremendous blessing for all of us who are us early adopters now is the democratization of the WeFi Bank, where we actually get to participate in all of the activity that goes through this platform. So I also want to compliment that the quality of people that we're attracting. I was very touched this past weekend by the hospitality, the reception by the German people, and the love and the excitement and the joy. I mean, that room, I took a 30-second video, I put it in my group, had such a buzz in it of people at all levels. So there were some people that were new there and people that were very experienced there. But I mean, I'm just going to say, I felt like I was with Soul Family. And WeFi is amazing. It's revolutionary. It's going to revolutionize. And I'm glad you said that, John. But the most important part to WeFi is we're the living component. And we're the fortunate ones to be the early adopters and have first mover advantage here. And taking the time to share this with some of your friends and leaders is going to be a massive blessing in the not too distant future for everyone that's getting involved now. It's not going to, it's pretty easy. Everybody will tell you who's started to share that it grows much faster than we thought it would, because the services and the utility that we bring of actually having a place where people can access it whenever they want without answering a bunch of questions is going to become more and more important as we go down the timeline. So thank you so much, Doc. Really hope we there in Germany, and I just really feel like the snowball is going to grow very big, very fast moving into 2026. I'm so grateful to be a part of this. Many blessings to you all. I yield the floor.
Thank you, Darren. Appreciate that, man.
By the way, Alex,
Yes,
I
sir.
must say something. I cannot hold it anymore.
Okay.
That organization in Germany from Miss Almut, from a distance, by the way, not present, from far away somewhere in Hawaii, to organize the buses, the events, and everything else, and then invited, but it took us to, she organized a dinner. I don't know who's in Germany, but I can tell you what, in Frankfurt, I will keep coming back if you take me to that restaurante Italiano. The event was absolutely crazy, man. The organization, the effort, everybody. I'm so proud of each and every one of you. I really am. And I cannot wait to be in your city. No matter where you are, I am coming for you. Back to you, Alex. I just could wait.
Thank you. I appreciate that. Yeah, we all talk about the growth and how fast it grows here. And to me, I think it's the indication of why we're growing that fast is because the world is ready. If it wasn't ready, it wouldn't be growing at the speed that it is. And so another person that wasn't ready for the growth of her business, she spoke this weekend. She really touched the hearts of a lot of people. She's become one of my top leaders, and I'm really, really proud of everything that she's done and how she's growing. So without further ado, Miss Anne Marie, come on up and tell us what you experienced. Why are you growing so fast? What's happening?
Yeah, what's happening is everybody wants to know, right? Never done this before, never done more than 2,000 in ever, and then doing like crazy over here. I love Germany. I love the German people. I'm originally from the Netherlands, so hearing a little bit of German and understanding again, I was like, wow, that was an amazing, amazing event, an amazing room. But to be honest, when I said a long time ago, actually 4.5 months ago only, it seems like a lifetime, Alex, seems like a lifetime. But when you told me about Wi-Fi, the thing I said, this will be the biggest thing I will ever be a part of. And what I saw on Saturday, I'm like, well, that's why. It finally made sense. And I know we can't tell all of it, but it finally was like I went on faith. I wanted like I can feel this is big. I know this is big. We're bringing crypto to the masses. I know this is big, but seeing it all come together on Saturday and shaking hands with our CEO, I'm like, this is real. This is truly real, and I can see now why this will go because this is a shift. This is a total and complete shift of the financial system. And guys, I've always said and I still will say that if you think in any shape or form that you need to understand it all, you don't. I didn't. I'm originally a nurse, right? So I came from the nursing background and I didn't understand it. And I still, to a certain degree, I'm learning all the time. 5 years ago, I started in crypto, it's mostly, with women. And I was like, by the way, we need women. So forget all the women are here on board. Come on. We need more women in this industry. But I really feel like as you go, as you move, as you learn and you express and you sit in calls and you listen to leaders and you listen to Dr. John and to Alex and Frank and you listen to it all, you just start to experience the depths of what this actually is. And then also to listen to Maxime and everything that happened there, I'm like, now I really understand. And he treated us so much as a true business meeting, right? And really saying, this is something we're doing together. These are the business leaders from the future. This is where we're going together, and we're going to make a massive difference together. And that you saw throughout the whole entire weekend. It wasn't just on Saturday in the morning, but also on the Saturday afternoon. And I remember two women. I probably will end with that. There were two women at the end, and they came to me, and we didn't know each other at all, right? But one was a flight attendant, and the other one was her friend. And they're like, well, what do you recommend? And I'm like, just go full out. Just go. Don't think about it. Go with different people. Don't think about if it's a financial person, if you cannot reach a certain person, just go. Just go full out because this is a system that we're building together. We're not just doing it one by one. We're building this financial system with Wi-Fi, with the Bank together. We're all part of this, and we all need to be part of this for it to be as big as it's going to grow. So I'm really honored to be here, to be part of this, to be part in Germany. So glad I went, and so glad to be part of this team because it's amazing. It's an amazing group. It's an amazing team. So thank you.
Thank you, Anne-Marie. I really appreciate that. The next speaker I want to bring up, he's going to be mad at me for saying this, but Aaron Judge is a baseball player for the New York Yankees. This guy hits a home run just about every time he steps up to the plate. So when I called him first, I called him because I knew this was a home run and he was going to be hitting them all day long, every day. Mr. Crypto pays me by the second now. Come on up here, man. Talk to us and tell us what you saw, what you know. You're muted. There you go. There you go.
Yeah. By the second is a great, when I said pays me daily, I never expected that it would be by the minute or by the second, but to have that happening here with Wi-Fi is amazing. And I know some of you are probably like, well, what are you talking about? And some of you guys can relate. When this thing starts to grow, it just takes a life of its own. And I've always had a goal to be able to create real residual income from things that people do as a habit, right? And we have a habit of spending money. Most people don't have a problem doing that unless you run out, right? But even still, I think at some point everyone has to spend money, whether it's to eat, whether it's to just pay bills for where you live, for just the things that you need on a daily basis. We swipe our cards, we tap. I even go to Whole Foods and use the palm of my hand and I pay for food. That's just where we are right now. Like everybody has to do these things, and technology has made it easier and easier for people to buy. And, one thing I remember someone saying, and I'm sure some of you can resonate with this, is people, they don't like to be sold, but they love to buy.
Yep.
Think about it. You don't want to be sold anything, but you love buying things. And now we have a way to participate globally on a global scale. We're able to participate in something where people will be buying all the time and we can benefit from it. We can share in those 50% of profits, those fees that are charged by banks that we don't get any of right now. We now can share in 50% of those fees on a daily basis by the hour, by the minute, and by the second. And how powerful is that? The event in Germany was amazing, guys. Let me tell you, it was nothing like I expected, to be honest. Um, Even though I know a lot of the people that were in the audience didn't speak great English, the universal language there was the excitement, the just the smiles and the energy. It that's a language that it's a global language. It doesn't matter if you don't speak the same, you know, you don't speak the same language. We can feel those other languages. And I felt that there. And when I tell you, it was the most welcoming energy to feel. Um, people asking just to take pictures with you because, they're inspired by what you said. And, I received one of the big hearts, the big gingerbread hearts, right? um Bottles of wine. I received a bottle of wine. I even got some of the things to share. The Wi-Fi had, right? I mean, this is how you take care of people when they come to your country, but that's what the Germans did. I also got this jacket. Oh my goodness. I mean, the jacket is amazing. I don't know if you can see it. Hopefully there.
Hey, don't forget the pretzel.
I
He
ate the
ate
pretzel.
it.
I already ate the pretzel. That didn't last,
Yeah.
but this amazing jacket here, I know it's kind of hard to see because I got my background on. Also, I know some of you probably don't have it, but if you can see, wait, hold on. Let me turn this background off.
Yeah.
Let me turn the
Back up. It should show up. There you go.
Hold on, I'm just gonna turn it off. Let me see.
This is big.
Yeah, there we go.
Look at that.
I got my copy.
Show them the other one. There it is.
Abu Dhabi Finance. I got my copy. All right. Especially
Ah,
from Dr. John. Amazing. Just honored to be able to get, this type of stuff. And then one more time, the jacket. It's just
in the
fire. It's
jacket.
got Bitcoin on it. It's got Wi-Fi on the sleeve, the pocket, and neon there. I mean,
Those are not available for purchase.
not available. If you weren't there, you didn't get a chance to get one. And I didn't even get to ask for it. It was gifted to me. So it's just super thankful for that. But I mean, to be taken care of, I mean, Mr. Frankie, Mr. Peter, these guys are world-class stand-up individuals. And when I tell you they know how to take care of people, they're not in the networking business. They're in the taking care of people business. And this is why they have the success and have achieved the things that they have achieved in this industry. And I'll tell you this, if you want to be successful in this industry, learn how to take care of people. Build relationships. Don't burn the bridges between people because the relationships are worth more than any dollar or any money that you can ever earn in this industry. And that's one of the reasons that I'm here with Wi-Fi is because I value my relationships with people. And I'll tell you, the last 4 to 5 years has been rough. And I'm sure a lot of you can agree. There have been a lot of things out there that have hurt a lot of people, that have, changed people's financial situations, that have sent people away from this industry as a whole. And my number one goal is to be able to bring people to something where I'm confident that they won't get hurt, they won't get burned, they can plant themselves here long term. And I'm not talking about 6 months or a year or 2 years, right? Because that's what most of these deals do. I'm talking about 5 years, 10 years, 20 years, 30 years, the rest of their life, and even longer. They can plant themselves here with Wi-Fi confidently. They can go out and they can share Wi-Fi confidently with people and know that it's not going anywhere. And I'll tell you what we got a chance to see this past week. We're not going anywhere, right? This thing is not going anywhere. And when first quarter hits and some of the things start to roll out, you will understand. The major thing that will roll out in quarter one will set the tone, and I can promise you it'll blow you away. You will say, I'm in the right place at the right time. And then things will just be like the domino effect. You'll start seeing things happen after quarter one, and it just won't stop. And I'm telling you, this is going to be amazing. 13,000+ people have now entered into the network, my personal network. I'm so just excited for that because it's never happened this fast before. And just want to thank all of those leaders, Blockchain Kojo, Tua, Charles, some of these, Norman, some of these big leaders that are down here that are working and building. There's going to be some incredible things coming for you. Don't stop. Put the blinders on. I said it earlier. Don't get distracted by the shiny things that are around you. Focus right here, and I can promise you, give yourself 6 to 12 months, and you will change your financial future. So that's all the time I've got, guys. I appreciate it. Hey, Quentin, a.k.a. Mr. CPMD, a.k.a. Mr. Crypto Pays Me Daily. I'm out. Merry Christmas and Happy New Year.
Thank you, Q. Appreciate that very much. And he nailed it right on the head on everything he said as far as what's coming, right? But what do you do right now? And what you do right now is you call absolutely everyone you know, like, and trust. Because if you don't, they're going to be mad at you later. Well, why didn't you tell me about, that WeFi bank that you were in, that now you're a billionaire on your jet and I'm still living in your old neighborhood, right? I don't take advice from people who live in my neighborhood because they live in my neighborhood, right? Take advice from people who've actually done better than you. And you've got John Sectoris telling us, you got Frankie telling us, and then we're all in the meeting to see it, which is another thing. Rank up and go to the next meeting where you get to meet Maxime. And it's not necessarily about meeting him. And when I say this, I'm not disrespecting him in any way. What I mean is I've never been somebody who has been starstruck by anybody. I'm just not. They're human beings just like we are. They just have different jobs. It's the information that he's putting out. He's doing an amazing job, but the information that he's putting out is what affects you, right? That information is what you can, at that point, know and understand how solid this opportunity is. That's why you go to Germany. And when you go, don't go alone. Bring as many people from your team as possible because you can only disseminate as much information as you can. But if you bring, heck, Jesus, 2 by 2, right? He had 12 of them. Bring 12 with you and have them all go out. It worked for him. It should work for you. And so there's a saying, 6 people can network the world. And it's true, but now even faster. So Germany was absolutely amazing, without a doubt. The people were extremely warm. The Frankfurt was beautiful. Everything was perfect. But now when you get back home, you have to face the reality of where is your business and where do you want it to go? And so what it's done for us who were in Germany, it entrenched us more into the company. When people call me now, like I had a gentleman approach me the other day. Listen, I know you're into Wi-Fi, but in case you want to diversify and blah, blah, blah. No, I don't. I'm focused. And the reason that they put blinders on horses and when they're racing is so that they can't look left and right and see anything that's going to distract them. Put your blinders on and go to work. And I promise you what's going to happen for you. I have the same exact feeling that I did when I learned about Bitcoin, that I do about Wi-Fi, that it's going to happen with or without you. Don't care if you come or not. It's going to happen. It's just the way that it is, period. I'm happy you're all here. I hope everybody comes with us. Not everybody will, and others will. But those who stay the path are the ones who will get paid the whole way through, right? The guys who were the early adopters, that's us. But the guys who were the early adopters in Bitcoin, where are they now? They're not here looking for an opportunity. They're sitting on a yacht drinking Mai Tais. Right? They're sitting on Bitcoin Island. So That's what we want. We want to be sitting on a Wi-Fi island drinking our Mai Tais. And that's what's going to happen for all of us, provided you stay the course and stay focused. Will there be bumps along the road? Absolutely. Will the company make mistakes? Yes, 100%. But stay the course. So if anybody's been married for a long time, do you guys ever have a fight? Sure you do, right? Maybe more than one. And so stay the course. And that's how you have success. And so for me, that's my conviction is stronger from having gone to Germany. My understanding of the company and where we're going is stronger because of having gone to Germany. I can't say that I saw a demo of the live bank. I can't say that. But I can't say that I didn't. So with that, I want to turn it back over to Mr. John Sanctoris and close this out for us, my friend.
Thank you very much. Each and every one of you, you are an inspiration, but also you are the messenger of hope and conviction for everyone. So before we close tonight, everybody should have a piece of paper to ask yourself why you are in Wi-Fi. Please don't just write because of the money. It's a good reason, but it's got to be deeper. Once you discover the why, the real why, you will spike, you will increase, you will ignite, you will explode, you will explore, and you will realize the strength you have inside of you, and your dreams will become reality. Why? Why? How it's easy. Why is the big one. Another very important point, from rank 4 to 10, and then from 11 to 20, let's build the team. Let's develop leadership. Your volume is accumulative. Very important. You never lose the volume. That's your asset. Your asset for next year, once the lending and loan program will be launched, higher the rank, higher the loan, lowers the interest. That's the first time ever that a bank is willing to give a loan without collateral just because of your success. Okay. Events. By the end of this year, you will receive directly from Wi-Fi the Dubai event activities. That's number one. You will know there will be different groups at different times. Also, we are working to organize monthly, quarterly, and semi-annual events in different areas. I will be traveling almost every week or 2 weeks somewhere. Let's make sure we have enough volume in different cities, not because for us to go there, but for you to be fruitful, beneficial, and growth. So between the leadership, rank 7 and above, we're going to sit down and plan ahead for the whole year. Where are we planning to go? Africa, Europe, Latin America. I am going to Tahiti. I am going to Hawaii. I am going to Africa. We're going to go to different European countries. So we're going to be planning for the next year or the whole trip. Very important. Turkey, Italy, France, Spain. Get ready. I am coming. And I speak your language. Another one, very important, because I had many questions on that one. Related to the free gift shares certificates from Wi-Fi Bank is up to block 38. The block 38 is not going to end by February or March. Most likely it will be around June, July. Most likely. The only difference is every time we shift a block, price of ITO will go up. And every time price goes up, guaranteed you will get fractions of coins in reduction. Although you're going to get less tokens, the value of the token will keep going up. Another very important point, the end of this year, the referral reward program in tokens, the famous 3%, 5%, and 8% on other people's mining, it will be closed permanently for all the new people who will be joining you January 1st and beyond. Everybody who's already in Wi-Fi now will continue to benefit from 3, 5, and 8% from the new people who are going to come on board next year. Only the new people will not have access to this reward bonus program. So if I was you, I will invite as many people as I can this year, qualify this year, make sure you buy $1,000 this year, and qualify until the 127 million tokens are allocated on that program. Very important. Now, with that said, I also like to make sure that everybody understands that we have a very, very special rank bonus, very unique, very exclusive, comes directly from Mr. Frankie Lawler. It does not come directly from Wi-Fi. It's from Mr. Frank for everybody who's ranked 4 and above. Since Frank's team started 5 months ago, anybody who has qualified rank 4, 5, 6, 7, and beyond, most of them have already received their bonus, by the way. Raise your hand if you have. Very important. And that bonus will continue until the end of January of next year. Now, Mr. Frankie, he said to me, John, it might be a very good idea if we can compensate or reward rank 4 and above as a new style of recognition. So Wi-Fi right now is looking at it. We don't know if they will apply it. We don't know if it's going to be extended. All we do know is that everyone who has qualified and everyone that will qualify or whatever rank from 4 and above will be receiving their bonus. So please talk to your upline. If you have not received yours, talk to your upline to make sure that we send you the bonus direct from Mr. Frank. Now, with that said, in our lifetime, the last at least, 30, 40 years, we have seen great companies, unique. Facebook, the first social media company. Uber, the first company ever to connect a passenger with a private car. Multi-billion-dollar company. They provided a solution for the passenger and an opportunity for those who have their own private car to generate part-time or even full-time income. So Uber created this new transportation model, who right now there are different companies around the world coming up, like Grab, Bold, and Blacklane. They are creating this copy style of transportation. But Uber was the first. Airbnb created a very special plan to offer to the traveler the convenience and the privacy of an apartment or even a house instead of a hotel. Massive. Massive. Now you are sitting, Amazon.com was another one that became one of the biggest companies ever in distribution of products. And right here, right now, ladies and gentlemen, the co-founders and owners of Wi-Fi, with their vision, their expertise, their knowledge and credibility, they've created the first ever decentralized banking concept that integrates banking, remittance, and crypto at the same time. This has never been done before. It's the first time ever. In such a way that our target market is 1.5 billion people who have no access to bank. Why would somebody join Wi-Fi as a customer? Better fees, security, transparency, and privacy. In each and every one of you and everybody who's already in Wi-Fi around the world, everybody has this most amazing opportunity to share with everybody else about what is coming. If you don't understand, get information. If you don't believe it, it's okay. Participate and build belief later. But don't miss the boat. I missed the Bitcoin. I missed the Amazon.com. And I'm sure many of us have missed shares from Tesla. So this is a life-changing historical moment in the entire global financial segment that it will not repeat ever again. It might be copied, not the same way. This is the first, the identical, the original. You are the first adopters. Please understand the powerful two key words that I will share with you. One, Wi-Fi provides everybody leverage. If you want to truly become financially wealthy later on, leverage is valuable. Meaning, through the ITO, you will keep receiving tokens non-stop until 2032. That's leverage. You multiply the digital asset without your actual physical participation, fully automated, leverage, quantity, multiplied by the upcoming value of each token. I said to many people, $1,000 could become $25,000 or even $50,000 after 7 years. We cannot guarantee it, but it goes through that direction. You have a chance to become a shareholder of a bank. So you're now having two profits: dividends as a shareholder, profits, revenue, profitability from your own investment in technology. And how much you want to invest is totally up to you. This is not a financial advice, by the way. If you want to build a community, the largest community, the top leaders, everybody who's participating, will have an incredible residual passive income without having to sell any specific product or ingredient. Just change your banking habits. That alone, when you truly understand the 1.5 billion people that can make Wi-Fi a multi-billion-dollar bank in the next few years, and it could also be the first trillion-dollar plus bank in a very short period of time. And the only way we can do it is together. We cannot do it alone. It's happening globally. Asia is the biggest market. Europe is going to have a revolutionary information in the next year, the very first quarter. So do never miss an event that you qualify to participate. It's a life-changing experience. So with that said, I'd like to thank each and every one of you. Merry Christmas to all. Happy New Year's. I will see you somewhere around the world starting next year. I know for a fact out of the 52 years, at least out of 52 weeks of a year, 38 weeks I will be traveling somewhere. Use my time effectively. We are here to serve you, help you, guide you, train you, and making sure that your goals and dreams can become a reality. We truly love you and we do care about you. We care about your success, and your trust to us is priceless. So on behalf of all the co-founders of Wi-Fi, thank you very much. Muchas gracias. Merci beaucoup. And I will see you soon. Mr. Alex, back to you, sir.
That's what we call a mic drop. So good night, everybody. Get back with the person that invited you to this meeting. Get some of your questions answered. I saw some of them in the chat there. and we will see you guys on the next one. Have a great night. Bye-bye.
Thank you. Bye-bye.